Welcome to Villa and Vine, a romantic sun-soaked villa and garden courtyard in the heart of the American Riviera. Located in downtown Santa Barbara on State Street and directly across from the historic Arlington Theater. Villa and Vine is an event venue hosting weddings, rehearsal dinners, corporate and social events. All event rentals include use of the full venue, handmade wooden farm tables, 60-inch plastic round tables, vineyard crossback chairs, white plates, silverware, stemware, bar glassware, and ivory napkins. White umbrellas for shade cover are also included. Villa and Vine does not provide linens for the tables, cushions for the chairs, or any other decorative items such as candles, flowers, pipe and drape, or printed menus. Rented place settings, decorative tabletop items, specialty lightings, and other rental installations are welcomed upon venue approval. The bistro lights overhead in the courtyard, with gorgeous crawling vines throughout, are a permanent installation. The 3 lampposts in the courtyard and the wrought iron chandeliers in the fireplace lounge and Arlington Hall are also permanent. If having a ceremony on site at Villa and Vine, it'll be in the garden courtyard. Guests will enter the State Street gates and take their seats, with an aisleway on either side of the fountain. The ceremony will be facing the Arlington Arch across the other end of the courtyard. Pipe and drape is required to be rented from a third-party vendor for the center arch when having a ceremony on site. Prior to the ceremony, guest dinner tables will be preset in the fireplace lounge with the curtains closed. Following the ceremony, guests will adjourn for a cocktail reception in the Arlington Room and connecting Arlington Hall, while the courtyard is being flipped for dinner. If you choose to have a ceremony off-site, some of the most iconic locations are either a short drive or walking distance to Villa and Vine, such as the Courthouse Sunken Gardens, the Mural Room, Presidio Chapel, Alice Keck Park, as well as many of Santa Barbara's most beautiful churches. It's very popular following an off-site ceremony to take a large group photo and then all of your guests parade back together to Villa and Vine, or perhaps a brief trolley tour of historic downtown Santa Barbara. If a ceremony is off-site, then guest dinner tables will begin preset in the courtyard. Regardless of if a ceremony is off-site or on property, a cocktail reception will be in the combined Arlington Room and Arlington Hall, with the Arlington Bar as the main bar for the entire event. The Courtyard Coffee Bar will be closed. We like to welcome couples to a venue reveal and a moment alone, just before guests are invited to take their seats for dinner. Following your cocktail reception, alfresco dining is enjoyed in the courtyard, with dinner tables surrounding the fountain and views of the Spanish tile roofs, the historic Arlington Theater, and gorgeous open-air sunsets with bistro lights and romantic crawling vines overhead. Once guests are seated, it's very popular to have a grand entrance through the State Street gates or Arlington Arch. First dances and special dances, toasts, cake cutting, and a champagne tower are also welcomed in the courtyard. Guest dancing is always in the Arlington Room with a DJ and where there is a built-in wooden dance floor. Amplified noise curfew in the Arlington Room is midnight, so guests can dance the night away. Amplified noise curfew in the courtyard is 10 p.m., but neither acoustic or amplified music can ever be louder than what you can comfortably talk over at any time in the courtyard. The Arlington Hall between the courtyard and Arlington Room will be used during the cocktail reception and after dinner, and is the perfect spot for an escort wall or table, guest sign-in book, gift table, and photo booth. The Fireplace Lounge is one of the most photographed spaces at Villa and Vine. It's a perfect spot for couple photos or just a moment alone. It's also a welcoming space for guest dining. Either the Fireplace Lounge or Arlington Hall can be stationed with dessert and coffee and tea, depending on your floor plan. Villa and Vine has the Luxe Lounge available to rent through the venue, which includes 2 ivory couches, 2 gold bookshelves, a gold bar cart and coffee table, 1 wooden and 1 fabric bench seat. Whenever the Luxe Lounge is rented, the public use coffee lounge will also be included. The Arlington Theater across the street is not managed by Villa and Vine. It's very popular to reach out to them to put your name on the marquee. Being in the heart of downtown Santa Barbara, there are many photo opportunities at the venue, as well as State Street and surrounding locations. There are no changing suites located at Villa and Vine, as there are many beautiful hotels nearby, perfect for getting ready photos, a first look location, and other photo opportunities. Villa and Vine provides a 6-hour event time block for your event when guests are present and includes 3 hours on the front end for vendor setup and 2 hours on the back end for vendor strike. Setup can never begin before 2 p.m. any day of the week. Villa and Vine is owned and operated by Petros, a culinary brand boasting a long-established collection of Southern California restaurants, farm, and a winery in Los Olivos. Chef and owner PetrosBrand, originally from Greece, has an obsessive focus on the freshest ingredients. He found the best way to accomplish this at all his locations is to grow much of his own produce from his farm in Los Olivos and import the best honey, cheese, olive oil, herbs, and other key ingredients from Ioannina, his hometown in Greece. In addition, all events will enjoy exclusive Petros wines from the Los Olivos winery, not available anywhere else. As a full-service event venue with in-house food, bar, and waitstaff, all Villa and Vine clients and guests are treated to this unique Petros legacy. We welcome you to embark on an extravagant escape to this luxury private event venue that is Villa and Vine.